pencil is the most popular writing instrument ever invented. It is used for drawing, painting, and marking all over the world. About 6 billion pencils are manufactured each year. But have you ever wondered how they insert the lead inside the pencil? In this video, we will discover the fascinating process of how Faber-Castell pencils are made. The pencil leads are made from graphite, a type of mineral carbon formed from deposits of prehistoric algae that have been buried for over 400 million years. Graphite is a mineral that started being exploited around 1564 when the first mine of this material was discovered in the north of England. Graphite is a form of carbon, one of the softest minerals. When pressed against paper, it releases very fine particles that leave black marks. The material used to make pencils is found deep in the earth and consists of crystallized carbon, similar to diamond but much softer. The early pencil manufacturers used graphite directly extracted from the mine. Pencils were invented in 1795 by the Frenchman Nicolas Jacques Conté. His invention was based on the combination of graphite and clay encapsulated in wood. Both minerals, along with a bit of water, are mixed and spread through thin grooves in the wood. This gave birth to the pencil that we know today. Since the 19th century, pencil leads have been made with a mixture of graphite and clay. Graphite is extracted from open pit and underground mines, such as the one shown in Germany. It is very difficult to find and even more challenging to bring to the surface. Miners use drilling hammers to create holes for explosives. The mineral pieces must contain more than 30% graphite to make the mining operation profitable. At the end of the shift, the day's collection is brought to the surface. On the surface, the mineral is crushed into small pieces, turning the rock into a fine and dry powder. It is now ready to be sent to the pencil factory, which belongs to one of the world's largest pencil-producing companies, the over 200-year-old German factory, Faber-Castell. Once in the production plant, the raw materials used for the lead mixture are graphite, clay, and a bit of water. The amount of clay added to the lead mixture determines its hardness or softness, while the amount of graphite determines how dark the pencil will write. Many people wonder how the leads are inserted into the pencils, but in reality, they are not inserted. The creation process is a bit different from what we usually imagine, as making pencils is truly an art. To create the leads and the core of the pencils, the manufacturers mix compounds like graphite and clay in a giant mixer. Then, an appropriate amount of water is added and the machine starts mixing all the ingredients. The paste is left to rest for an hour and a half, which will produce homogeneous granules. The color pencil leads are mostly made with color pigments and a binding agent. When the mixture is ready, it is taken to a machine with funnels or molds where the leads, as we know them today, are shaped. The graphite and clay paste is stretched through a roller at very high pressure, almost 10 tons per square centimeter. As they come out, they look like the leads we use to write with, but at this stage, the leads are still soft and flexible. To reach the desired consistency, they must be baked and then dipped in oil and melted wax. They are first dried at 120 degrees Celsius for 3 hours in an electric oven. To make the leads strong enough for use, they must be baked for 45 minutes at around 1000 degrees Celsius. Color pencils do not go through this treatment, as the high temperature would destroy the pigments. The wax bath gives the pencils a silky surface, making them hard and as resistant as regular pencil leads. The more wax the mixture contains, the harder and darker the lead level will be. The wax seals the pores of the lead, creating a surface that glides smoothly on the paper. For a good casing, they must choose wood that is soft enough to shape and at the same time very resistant so that it does not bend in the writer's hand. For example, they use cedar wood. In the pencil-making process, rectangular cedarwood planks are cut, measuring 18 by 7 centimeters and with a thickness of 5 millimeters, following the standard measurements of regular pencils. Then, the planks go through a wheel where the grooves that will hold the leads are cut. Afterwards, they pass through a machine that fills the grooves with a special and slightly elastic substance called glue, which protects the lead from the risk of breaking inside the channel. This keeps the leads firmly attached to their wooden case. The metal wheel places one lead at a time inside its case. The second wooden plank is placed on top of the first one, commonly known as a sandwich. The sandwich is dried in an oven for almost an hour. Then, a piston presses the planks using a weight of 1 ton for an hour to allow the glue to dry completely. At the end of this process, the sandwich-shaped planks are so perfectly joined that it is not noticeable that they are 2 planks glued together. In the next step, the planks go through a machine called a milling machine. This is probably one of the most important machines in pencil production because it cuts the wood to the appropriate shape, whether it's triangular, hexagonal, or cylindrical. Around 10 pencils are cut from each wooden sandwich. A person is responsible for testing their quality by manually sharpening one of the pencils to check the effectiveness of the lead. They must press the tip with a weight of 2 kilograms, and it should withstand the pressure. Subsequently, the pencils are given a protective coating. Each pencil receives several layers of paint for a perfect finish. The pencils are painted 4 or 5 times to ensure that the wood is well covered. The final layer of lacquer through which the pencils pass is the one that seals the work with a transparent lacquer or varnish. The varnish is water-based and non-toxic, as people often have the habit of putting pencils in their mouths and biting them. After being covered with paint, the pencils pass through a stamper, which impresses the code and the mark of the respective industry at an impressive rate of 500 pencils per minute. Once finished, the pencil must be painted separately, immersed in paint. A sandpaper placed on an endless band sharpens the pencils much faster than a manual sharpener. To finish the manufacturing process, an eraser is placed on some pencils. The pencils go to a machine that first adds an aluminum ferrule and then places the eraser by applying pressure. An operator checks the pencils by hand. They are then packed in boxes and distributed worldwide. This is how over 180 million pencils are made each year. If you want to know how gold bars are made, watch the video on your screen. Like the video if you have enjoyed it and share it with your friends. Also, subscribe to this channel by activating notifications to keep learning. Thank you for watching.